Alright, hello everybody, my name is Icefletch, and welcome back to another episode of the Mtn Dew Diaries. I'm glad to be back. This is always a fun time when I make one of these videos, even though Mtn Dew and PepsiCo have been very slow to come out with actual Mtn Dew flavors. So I've had to resort to Kickstarts and other things, and, you know, I've been producing a lot of Monster videos, because Monster has a lot of flavors. I think Monster has more flavors than Mtn Dew ever has, and I appreciate the variety of a Monster, the variety of flavors that they have, and the different kinds of sublines and all that stuff. I really do appreciate it. But at the end of the day, the Mtn Dew is my baby. The Mtn Dew is my dog. The Mtn Dew is my day one. So I cannot switch up on Mtn Dew. So I'll always come back to make one of these videos. I'm glad to be back after a month's absence, but without further ado, the next Mtn Dew we will be trying is Mtn Dew Kickstart Energizing Black Cherry. As always, as described on the Mtn Dew Wiki, Mtn Dew Kickstart Energizing Black Cherry is a Mtn Dew Kickstart flavor first released in the United States in mid-January 2014, alongside limeade as a nighttime-themed drinks, in contrast to the previously released breakfast-themed orange citrus and fruit punch flavors in February 2013. Mtn Dew Kickstart Energizing Black Cherry is a black cherry flavor of Mtn Dew. It is dark red in color and has a comparable flavor to that of hard black cherry, which is a hard flavor of Mtn Dew that contains alcohol. But we're focused on the Kickstart here today. It is dark red in color. It is a permanent flavor in the United States, in Canada, Arabia, and Finland, and it has been discontinued. Here's the old can design of the Mtn Dew Kickstart Energizing Black Cherry to the modern old logo that you can see just in that last clip. This is the old one, and they both have the old logo. There has not been a rebrand of Kickstarts at all. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another color review, pouring, whatever this is called. We've got Energized Black Cherry, Mtn Dew Kickstart. Mtn Dew's been kind of slow with releasing new flavors, even though there's one that's supposed to be coming out around now. So we just have to resort to these Kickstarts. So I guess without further ado, let's give this a crack in the pour and see, you know, what are we working with here. So let's see. Oh wow, that is really dark. I didn't remember it being this dark. So if we get a little close up here, I mean, that's almost black. It looks like wine, like that dark color. That's very, very interesting. Very interesting. Let me get my focus right. There we go. Alright, so that is the color review of Black Cherry Mtn Dew Kickstart. So let's go move on to the tasting and see what it's all about. So let's go do that now. Alright, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another, the tasting session of the Mtn Dew Diaries. I want to preface this by saying, like, this video may be a little out of whack. Being, months between uploads of Mtn Dew Diaries kind of gets me out of the loop. It's not as easy as setting up a camera and just drinking a Monster. I kind of have to have some, prior knowledge, and, I have to make sure everything's right. And, I've been thinking about a lot of other things regarding the channel. I have a feeling this area, this whole setup, may be getting a big change coming soon. Which I don't know how soon, if that's a year soon or if that's, a couple of weeks soon. But, I have a feeling the studio is going to change just a tad. As you can tell, my chair even changed in this episode because my other chair is about to die. It's decrepit. But anyways, you're here to see me try Mtn Dew Kickstart Black Cherry and give my review on it. So without further ado, let's see what we're working with. I've probably already said this before in this episode, but I had a former football coach who used to, always drink Black Cherry Mountain Dew Kickstart. So it's the Kickstart that holds the most sentimental meaning to me, you know. Some of these Dews hold sentimental meanings to me, like Thrashed Apple. It was my first flavor of Mountain Dew that I ever got. And a few others that have their own special meaning. And this is one of them. You know, this isn't as cold as I would like it to be. I stuck it in the fridge for probably 5 minutes because I have zero patience, and it cooled down just a tad. But I don't think it's bad. I think most of these Kickstarts achieve what they're trying to be. A fruity drink that has caffeine, a little bit of caffeine in it, and is supposed to seem healthy. I mean, this has got 5% juice, electrolytes, and it has got 92 milligrams of caffeine, which is about 30 milligrams short of a Ultra Monster or a regular Monster. Let's try it from the glass, see if it's any different. It is one of those things that it's quite interesting. Black cherry, I've never heard of a black cherry in my life. I bet it exists, and I probably should know about black cherries, but you know, it's nothing special. It's genuinely nothing special. It's Mountain Dew Kickstart. Let's preface it with that. Mountain Dew is a soda brand. They should stick to doing sodas. They should not try and do energy drinks. Well, I have three other energy drinks, 2 being Kickstarts, 1 being something else. So yeah, I think, you know, Kickstarts and the other one that I hopefully is going to review next, they're all kind of failed experiments. I bet they're still popular. I mean, I found these at Dollar Tree, for crying out loud. Dollar Tree. If your energy drink is at Dollar Tree, that's like the G Fuel. The G Fuel energy drinks, the old logo before they rebranded energy drinks that have like PewDiePie and Pac-Man, because I have the Pac-Man one over there. Mega Man. They're at Dollar Tree. Something ain't working out for you, buddy. And I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just saying that. And I found these in other places than Dollar Tree. These, you know, Mountain Dew is such a wildly successful company that they don't have to rely on energy drinks being at Dollar Tree. But going in for my 3rd, 4th sip, whatever it is, let's kind of review the flavor. It's a very prevalent first taste. You really taste that black cherry. It doesn't taste like a normal cherry flavor. Like, you normally sometimes have that cherry flavor of, you know, that medicine-y tasting, you know, that artificial cherry flavor. And that's not what you get, but you get a prevalent taste of this black cherry flavor. And then it kind of comes in, and it comes in a little sharp. You get the prevalent taste of the flavor, and then it's kind of a sharp going down your throat, and it's got a little weird aftertaste, almost a grapey aftertaste. So, not bad. Really, no complaints. This is it's a sipper. All of these Kickstarts are a sipper drink, and most energy drinks are, for crying out loud. But this is a slow sipper. Ignore that I just took 3 sips in the last 30 seconds. I'm trying to tell you guys this flavor. But it's a slow sipper. This can sit on your desk for an hour and you're just sipping it every, 5 minutes, or getting a big gulp every 5 minutes. But yeah, it's an easy sipper. I mean, like I said, it sits on your desk, you can just sip it. There's really no complaints. I mean, 92 milligrams of caffeine is a little bit lacking, but it's nothing overwhelming. I mean, 92 milligrams of caffeine is about a cup of coffee. But yeah, I mean, really 0 complaints. It's a Kickstart. It's not trying to be anything special. It's not trying to be anything magical. I'm not a huge fan of the Kickstarts. I think they're too real fruity tasting. When I'm drinking a Mountain Dew, I'm tasting artificial flavors. I'm trying to feel unhealthy. So I think it's a little lacking in that department. But overall, really no complaints for this flavor. Energy or fruit punch was good. I think I liked it a decent amount, but This one, it's average. It's very average, an average flavor of Kickstart. So that's really about it for my review of, or my first impressions of Black Cherry Kickstart. So let's go move on to the review and the ranking on the tier list and see what that's all about. So let's go do that right now. Alright, here we go. Mountain Dew Kickstart Black Cherry. I've tasted 5 out of 10, branding at 4 out of 10, kick at 3 out of 10, and overall this rounds out to about a 4 out of 10. I think taste of 5 out of 10 is very acceptable. I think, you know, it's a decent taste of tasting Mountain Dew Kickstart. Branding at 4 out of 10, I like the color palette. I think the contrast of the lighter purple and the darker purple really work very well together, and it very much catches my eye. I think kick at 3 out of 10. These Kickstarts have no kick, even though it's in the name. They are not like regular energy drinks. With 92 milligrams of caffeine, there is zero kick to this. I really don't feel it. And overall, this all rounds out to about a 4 out of 10. I think this is a little bit step down than Fruit Punch. It's just not my thing. It's not a flavor that is recognizable, a very unique flavor to say the least. And I think I also hold a grudge against this flavor because as I was editing this video, I accidentally knocked it over and spilled a little bit on my desk and a dollar bill that was on my desk. So really shouldn't hold that against it, but you know, I just don't think it's, you know, that good of a Kickstart flavor. So 4 out of 10 for this flavor. I think this falls at an E on the tier list. I think most Kickstart flavors will fall at an E on the tier list. I don't think they deserve to be higher than E, and I don't think they deserve to be lower than E unless they're absolutely atrocious. But I think, you know, I think it's lower on the E tier than Mountain Dew Fruit Punch Kickstart, but I just don't. They're Kickstarts. I mean, for crying out loud, we're supposed to be ranking Mountain Dew, not these, you know, not very good energy drinks. But you know, it's a Mountain Dew flavor, so we still got to try it. So I think this flavor is respectable at an E tier. I don't think it deserves to be higher. I don't think it deserves to be lower. Thank you guys for watching another episode of the Mountain Dew Diaries. The Monster Manuals, I've got one more, and then I've got two or three more Mountain Dews, Kickstarts, and something else, which is a surprise. But I'm going to be working on a new intro and trying to make plans for a better studio setup, as I said in this video a little bit. So that's really about it. See you guys. Peace!